Good evening, sim racing fans, and welcome to Michigan International Speedway, where tonight we are live on the Sim Racing Network for the Kickass Beef Jerky Sunday Series here in Sim500 competition. It is race number 13 here in Michigan, and getting ready for 80 laps of high-speed action around the 2-mile Speedway Championship standings. Coming into tonight has Daniel Falkingham atop the leaderboard. Chad Coleman chasing him down, 47 points back. Justin Fuller is 61 points back. Then it's Jordan Hightower and Byron Daly. That's the top 5 in the championship standings. Scott Sidley, Tommy Ryan, David Comstock, Vincent, and Steph Marinac around down to top 10, with a couple drivers closely starting to close their way into the top 10. We've had a vast variety of drivers pick up a victory here so far this season. Byron Daly, Steph Marinac, Daniel Falkingham, those drivers share a handful of victories. Together, Chris Caboo has picked up a victory a couple of weeks ago at Charlotte, Jordan Hightower at Talladega, David Comstock back at Richmond. We've had an exciting season so far here in the Kick-Ass Beef Jerky Sunday Series, and looking forward to getting this race underway here tonight at Michigan. It'll be me and Sean Yoder on the call tonight. Sean Yoder also getting a picture that you see to you, and newbie to the producing side of things. So if we do have some blimps here and there in the broadcast, just give him a break. He's learning. Had to fill in for our usual producers tonight, as both of them out of town, not able to make the show this evening. We appreciate Sean stepping in and getting the picture that you see to you nonetheless. So here we go for the starting lineup tonight here at Michigan. David Comstock will lead us to the green flag alongside Brian Macklin, and it's Randy Yoakum and Daniel Falkingham on row number 2. Donnie Leah and Tommy Ryan share row number 3. Row number 4 goes to Brian Chambliss and Dwayne Vincent. Byron Daly, Ryan Howard round out the top 10 starting lineup. The rest of the field going to scroll across the bottom of your screen as we get set to go racing here at Michigan, and we'll see if we can't pull up the driver who has set quick time here this evening. That driver going to be David Comstock in number 42. David, this has been Kill Crease up in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got you loud and clear.
Here we go. Race number 13 of the season. Looking for win number 2 on the season. Does it come tonight here at Michigan? You're starting about as good as you could tonight.
Yeah, it looks good so far. Starting up front here, so just try to hold track position and manage tires, and put on a good show here. 80 laps. It's going to be pretty long race. 2-mile track here, so the laps don't go by as quick as it normally would for like a mile and a half. So, but should be real good tonight.
All right, we wish you the best of luck, and hopefully we'll talk to you a little bit later on the podium.
Sounds good. Thanks.
We have a David Comstock rolling off on point tonight here at Michigan International Speedway. And Sean, I'll hop over to you. I know you're doing a lot. Got your hands, our hands are busy tonight, but we're looking forward to a great show here at Michigan. 80 laps, plenty of time to make your moves here and on this 2-mile speedway. Draft's going to come into effect, tire wear, and we may even have a fuel strategy race to decide the victor of this one tonight.
It is going to be a great race. The race is luckily going to be better than the luck that I'm having with my desktop right now. It's doing weird things. I'm operating cameras and trying to, for whatever reason, literally as the broadcast started, my taskbar pops up. I don't know why. It won't go away. I'm blaming Bill Gates. There's nothing I can do about it. Hopefully the audio mix with the sounds on track is working for everybody. I'm going to check that in a few minutes. And first time I've ever tried to broadcast and commentate at the same time. So it's going to be an interesting evening just with that. And the action on the track is going to be good as always with these Sim500 guys. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll do the best I can from my side. And I know, Ben, you've got it under control on your side. So let's get this thing rolling.
We thank you for stepping in and look forward to broadcasting this exciting race with you tonight. And just glad you're here. Sean Yoder doing double duty tonight. A lot of these drivers maybe end up doing double duty tonight as well with the handful this car may get on the long runs. Nonetheless, though, pace car down the pit road, field in the hands of David Comstock, Kickass, and we're underway. International Speedway. For racing, this is down into turn number 1 here in Beef Jerky Sundays. Comstock followed by Macklin, followed by a battle for the 3rd spot. 4th spot between Tommy Ryan, Randy Yoakum. Yoakum on the inside, he'll get the 4th position as they race down into the first time tonight. Round 3, tail to nose. Great battle up front. Got some battles going on throughout the field. Keep an eye out for the pack, but nonetheless, everybody trying to get singled out here early on. A little bit of 3 wide action, a little bit further back in the field. So everybody pretty calm to begin this race. Move back to Brian Chambliss, the first side-by-side battle. Jack Howard on the inside, number 33. Chambliss up on the outside, number 25. That'll be for the 7th position, 8th position. Side-by-side. And utilize that outside line for the first time here this season. Comes a pair of drivers who have got a multitude of wins so far this season, right behind them. Smith Marinac and Byron Daly. They battle for around the 5th position. So understand having some audio issues. Trying to get those fixed behind the scenes. We race down the way for lap number 3 of 80 here at Michigan International Speedway. Here comes he gets around now, sets his sights on Brian Chambliss for the 8th position. One straightaway. That's about the only racetrack right now. While he was watching that, Brian Macklin was able to get around Comstock for the lead, as was Faulkingham in that number 39. So Comstock in this battle for the lead, which is kind of simmered down, at least for the time being. Top 3 by a couple of cars. And you have Randy holds 4th in 4th right now over Tommy Ryan. And you have Donnie Lee in that battle, watching just a couple laps before Ryan Chambliss, Steph Marinac, Ryan Howard, Byron Daly, all just either inside or outside the top 10 as they race on lap number 5 of 80 here at Michigan. Here comes Dwayne Vincent with the side of Tommy Ryan, trying to make up some ground. He's a 13, trying to crack his way into the top 5, and with that move in 3 and 4, he'll do that at the line. Fit the Vincent by about a nose. That lap is Dwayne Vincent going to go to the point here at Michigan and try and get up there and battle. Slowing down this whole pack of cars. They are all jumbled up on one another. Dwayne Vincent, a slide job off turn 2 right across the nose. Tommy Ryan here comes Donnie Lee in that 18 machine. He's to the inside of Ryan, now to the inside of Dwayne Vincent. He's bringing Steph Marinac with him there in that number 15 machine. And what a race these guys are putting on for us here, just outside the top 5. Just one of the battles in the front of that pack is for a top 5 position between Vincent and Leah down low. Side by side they go. That is 4th, 5th, Leah 18, Vincent 13. And then you have Marinac there in the 15, Tommy Ryan in the 99. Close quarter racing there off turn 2 here in Michigan. And if 3 rows of 2x2 wasn't enough for you, Byron Daly going to shake things up and dive to the inside of Ryan Howard. Now to the inside of Tommy Ryan, trying to make up some ground as the 06, who has 4 wins on the season so far and not looking to slow down anytime soon. Here at Michigan, Marinac has 2 wins just right there in front of him. So we have got a lot of wins in this battle right here so far this season, and it is not slowing down any. Great racing just outside the top 5 between Daly, Marinac, Ryan, and even throw Howard in the mix there as he's trying to fight his way into a top 5 position. He has had just phenomenal runs over the past couple of weeks here in Sim500 competition, improving week by week and really starting to become a force to be reckoned with. Is at 33 of Ryan Howard. Just behind him is Anthony Calantoni, Paul Nicholas Cooper there in the 19, and Brian Chambliss has fallen back to 13th after rolling off 7th tonight. So Chambliss maybe just found himself in a couple of bad spots and got shuffled out to the back of that pack, at least for now. Then you have DeMarco Starks there in the 21, the 85. Cody Welch battling for a spot inside the top 15. Right behind this big pack from about 4th on back. Well, about 5th on back now as Randy Oakham's put a little bit of distance between he and the rest of the field there. Up front, it's still Macklin, Falkingham, Comstock. That's the top 3, then Yoakum. And then it's back to that battle for 5th and that huge pack behind those drivers. 5th through about 12th or so, all tail to nose and side by side here in Michigan as we are 1/8 of the way complete with this one here, this time by at the line.
Oddly enough, Ben, it only took me 1/8 of a race to, I think, sort the audio. I just asked in chat if folks are hearing things better. I actually got the channel separated. I can only hear you in the headphones now, and hopefully you can only hear me. And I hope and pray that things are going well. I listened to it really quickly over my phone. Things sound like they're sorted out, and I feel a little bit better about myself. So we can get back to actually properly producing a race at this point in time.
Good deal. We appreciate all the hard work behind the scenes that you're putting into this deal, and certainly thank you for stepping up tonight and getting the picture that everyone sees to them. It's been a great race so far, even though we've got the issues figured out now. I mean, don't want to take anything away from the racing here in Michigan.
No, absolutely not.
Phenomenal so far. Byron Daly, Steph Marinac coming up through the field. Sean, these are two of the top guns I consider here in the Kickass Beef Jerky Sunday series, and they are putting on a show coming through the field.
I've got the camera right now on that number 15 car, Steph Marinac. Right now, it is a he. I hope Steph's a he. It could go either way, and I don't know. So, whoever's in that car, they are the man or the racer in black. How's that? Should we call him the racer in black tonight?
Absolutely.
Right up on the bumper of Dwayne Vincent, though, in that number 5 car. I always love that Tabasco car. That car just looks cool, man, and I'm a big fan.
It certainly does. He's making it look cool right now, up in that 5th position for Dwayne Vincent. But don't hold your breath if you're Vincent. Here comes Steph Marinac. He has 2 wins so far this season, looking to make it 3 tonight here at Michigan, and he has had his fair share of top 5s throughout the year. 4 top 5s, 6 top 10s, and only 9 starts so far here in the Sunday series. So Marinac knows how to get around these speedways, especially in this Xfinity series car. He drives the Camaro. It's Camaro versus Camry now with Donnie Leah entering that battle. And just behind them, man, Byron Daly and Tommy Ryan, they've been going at it all race long. And how about that close call as Vincent tried to turn it back to the inside of Marinac, but Donnie Leah was there, and here comes Donnie Leah to the inside of Marinac, who just got the 5th position away from Vincent.
Vincent can't decide what line he wants to take. He's high, he's low, he's high, he's low. He doesn't really, he's in the middle. He's just he's got 2 cars in front of him, 2 cars behind him, and he just keeps trying to figure out whether he needs to go high or low to make it work. And I don't know whether there's an answer to that at only 14 laps into the race. The tires probably starting to go away for these guys a little bit right now. And it looks like Vincent is going to stay high and let the 4-car line went up high. No one knows where they want to race right now.
And you know, that's interesting. Usually around this point of the race, we have a fast line around the racetrack. But so far, Sean, the outside and that middle groove are really about dead even 15 laps into this run.
Yeah, it's everybody's kind of settled down, though. It's really cool to see these guys sort of get in the line and play nice. I mean, even if we've got some guys running low, some guys running high, but it's been a seriously uneventful race considering. Oh, and as soon as I say that, are you kidding?
As you say uneventful.
Are you kidding?
First caution of the race. So how about that for the first event of the night, and it comes from contact with looks to be the the Dwight Beverly machine there in the 16, gets into the rear end of Joey Jatina, turns him around and puts him sideways in front of about 10 cars. Everybody avoids him. Katina gets away with minimal damage, putting us under caution though for the first time here at Michigan International Speedway. First caution of the night. And wow, that come just as up front Brian Macklin was all over Daniel Falkingham and vice versa. They were going at it for the lead while we were watching that huge battle from about 5th on back. Falkingham was able to get around Macklin, and Macklin was able to kind of close back up to the 39. And well, here we go. Caution comes out, benefits Falkingham here on this round as it catches him in the lead with Macklin second. Third to David Comstock, who started from the pole.
They're all coming down pit lane right now, too. The camera's following Falkingham down pit road right now. I mean, everybody's gonna take fuel and 4 tires right now and run this thing as long as they can after they get the new tires. I would think there's no reason not to take tires this early in the race.
No, I think it's even too risky to try a 2-tire stop at this point of the race. Maybe an 8 or 10 lap run, throw 2 tires on there and see what it's going to do. But we've got 15 on these Goodyear tires, and right there, Falkingham wins the race off pit road. Comstock with that first pit stop, going to get out second there in the number 42. It looks like Brian Macklin will have to restart this race in third. That restart will be coming up in just a couple of laps, and while we get set for that, get the field racked and stacked, we'll take a quick commercial break right here on the Sim Racing Network. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back from Michigan.
All right, Watson, let's analyze the chemicals in this cigarette smoke. Cadmium?
Check.
Formaldehyde?
Check.
Arsenic?
Sir, isn't arsenic what they used in rat poison?
Yeah, isn't arsenic what they used in rat poison?
Oh, what was I thinking, sir? It's not like we're gonna smoke them.
Neither will the rats.
Tobacco is no joke. Cigarette smoke has over 7,000 chemicals. Learn more at thefactsnow.com.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
And we are back at Michigan International Speedway. We're here with the Sim500, guys. We're tearing it down here tonight. It's a great way to end your weekend. I've got I'm going to get it right eventually. Ben Kilcrease in the booth with me. I'm trying to do way too much tonight, Ben. It's sensory overload, brain overload, and I've already had about a 27-hour day, and this is added on top of it. I'm doing my best, buddy. You're going to have to carry me a little bit here, so I'm going to let you take this over, and I'm going to make sure this camera's back on the front of the field, following Falkingham to the green flag, and I'll let you do what you do.
Mad respect for you producers that commentate at the same time, work the camera. I know I couldn't do it, so that's why
you
we
can
have
do it.
Professionals
You
like
could.
you.
I'm far from it, sir. Don't even throw me under that bus. I don't.
Great job nonetheless, and a great race here in Michigan to paint the picture for us here on the Sim Racing Network. It's Daniel Falkingham going to lead us back to the green flag here in Michigan. He chooses the outside for this restart. Comstock will restart on the inside. Then you have Brian Macklin, Steph Marinac, and then Donnie Leah rounds out the top 5 there with Byron Daly to his outside. That's the first 3 rows on this restart. Want to remind you about the Freedom 400 coming up. The Sim Racing Network Hometown Heroes Series in conjunction with the Sim500 Esports Racing League hosts the Freedom 400 at South Boston Speedway, a 100-lap Tour Modified race on July 1st. July 2nd, the 300-lap Super Late Model race, paying $200 to win. For more information, visit thesimracingnetwork.com/Freedom 400. Registration is open today. Pace car to pit road and field in the hands of Falkingham as they are side by side, 2 by 2 by 2. Green flag is back in the air, and we're back underway here in the Irish Hills of Michigan. Falkingham, a good jump. He'll lead us down into turn number 1. The battle will be for third between Brian Macklin and Steph Marinac. And now with the 4 fresh Goodyear tires on all of these Xfinity machines, we'll see which driver finds the quick line around here on the new tires. Here comes Marinac to the inside of Macklin. That'll be a battle for third.
And I am following along with Macklin right now. Got the camera on him. Checking out that number 30 car, that Z-Line sponsored machine. Got Geico on the hood, looking all good. Taking that outside line right behind Comstock. If you're going to follow anyone here at any point of the race in Sim500, Comstock, not a bad person to follow. But as I say that, Comstock drops below the line at the bottom of the track. And Macklin actually follows him down there for just a second. You want to upset a car this early in the run, that's the way to do it. I'm not really sure what they were thinking there, but got away with it and lived to fight another day.
That they did. So Comstock going to hold on to second for now. Marinac not able to get around the 30 machine. Macklin able to fend him off, at least for the time being. But look who is coming. It's Byron Daly. He has gotten around Donnie Leah for that 5th spot. And on the front straightaway, he is looking for more. He is challenging Marinac for the 4th spot as all these drivers race themselves out, and they continue to work back up to the rear bumper of Daniel Falkingham at the front of this field as well. Look at Marinac starting to move up the racetrack already, up to the middle groove. Macklin down low, holding on to that 3rd spot, at least for now, as we work lap 22 of 80 here at Michigan, just past the court mark of this race, and it has been a dandy so far. The track falling under some shade now. A stray cloud covers the 2-mile facility here at Michigan International Speedway. How about that? Now the track going to cool down, give these guys a little bit extra grip. We'll see who gets brave with that extra grip. It looked like Macklin was going to step out on Comstock there. Decided better of it. And off of turn 2, though, he's got to run here. We'll see if he looks low down the backstretch. That would be for the runner-up spot, 2nd position. Here comes Macklin peeking to the inside as he try to make the move in 3 and 4.
And we have a great view for that right now on the feed. I'm on board with Steph Marinac, and right out of his windscreen is that battle going on between Macklin and Comstock. And Falkingham, all the way at the front of the grid, he's pulled out, I don't know, 2 car lengths, maybe 3. Just kind of not really running away, but commanding that lead up there on lap 24. And we've got right now, like, still on board with Marinac. He's looking high, trying to find a little extra momentum coming off the corners, and it's just not there this early in the run on these new tires. But it is a lot of fun riding on board with Marinac, watching Macklin and Comstock do what they do. They're going at it.
Love listening to the throttle rhythm these guys get into, especially on these long runs. It's real fun to hear him get off and on the throttle, and in the middle of the turn, having to adjust the throttle a little bit more to point the car wherever they want to go. I tell you what, there is a wad of cars battling for that second spot. They are all over one another down into turn number 1. Comstock leads that little group, but I tell you what, behind him, they are tail to nose and almost side by side at points as Falkingham holds about a half-second lead over the 42 as it sits right now as we work lap 25 here in Michigan. Comstock continues to run second. Here comes Byron Daly to the inside of Marinac. Oh, he sent it down into 3, trying to maybe slide up in front of him off 4, but can't get the power down on the front stretch here. Marinac keeping the momentum up on the high side. Daly running him up against the safer barrier, trying to pinch him off as much as he can. Good battle for the 4th spot going down into turn number 1 and 2. Boy, Marinac had to get out of throttle. He almost tagged the bumper of Brian Macklin down in turn 1. They're still side by side off 2 for that 4th spot.
Macklin basically ended that fight there for a second, and then the 15 car had to check up a little bit, and Byron Daly tried to take advantage of it, but like you said, just doesn't have the momentum in that bottom groove to get by the outside groove, and it looks like Marinac's going to hang on to the spot for now. He's just getting more drive off the corner with that high line, and I wouldn't be surprised. There it is. We just saw Daly drop back in behind that number 15 car of Marinac, and that was the right thing to do without a doubt.
So while the bottom can be competitive with the outside, I don't think, Sean, that we've seen a pass completed so far from that bottom groove. You just really can't put the power down as much as the guy on the outside and keep the momentum going down the straightaways as much as the outside line. And I think that's where the outside line prevails here at Michigan and really slingshots these guys around the outside of this racetrack and helps fend off their position.
Yeah, all the bottom groove's going to do is tear tires up. If you can't get the advantage and you can't get your car in front by mid-corner, why keep it down there? You're just hurting tires at that point. You just bring it up the track, keep the car free, keep those tires underneath you for a longer run. And we're having some long runs here tonight. I mean, these guys, I'm looking right now at Falkingham. The camera's on him at the front of the pack. Comstock's closed it up behind him, and the 30 car Macklin is right there as well. But everybody has fallen in line basically up in the top 10 at least, and we're just seeing them fall in line and click off some laps.
Absolutely.
Keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean.
Yeah, different sort of race than we saw at the beginning of this deal. Well, the first couple of laps of the initial run went single file, but then kind of got stacked up about mid-pack or from about 5th on back, and then it was really a big pack of side-by-side tail-to-nose action. Not the case here on this run. Everybody's kind of holding their own and just getting out into their own rhythm. A lot more single-file racing than we saw on that first run, in this run rather, as opposed to that first run. Up front, like you said, top 10, all tail-to-nose. First battle on the racetrack is between Randy Yoakum and Anthony Calantoni, which would be for the 10th position, and looks like Yoakum going to hold off Calantoni's charge, at least for the time being. Calantoni trying his best down low, but Yoakum's just going to have the advantage in that 8 machine on the outside, and he'll bring, it looks like, Cody Welch with him in the 85. Welch saw that the outside line starting to really come in here as the run goes on and decides to jump up to the outside of Calantoni, and Calantoni may lose about 3 spots right here if he's not careful.
Yeah, I jumped back to watch that battle. It's definitely the best battle on the track, 10th through 13th right now, actually 10th through 14th. They are not nose to tail, but they're the only cars really on the track that are exploring different lines while they're trying to race each other and find that next position to take advantage of and get them a little closer to the front. Right now, Randy Yoakum seems to be commanding that 10th place spot, but we have 7 cars lined up behind him that are basically trying to take that away from him. And the 17 car, who is that in the 17 car? Nick Thames. Nick Thames just looked low trying to pass the 20 car Chad Coleman. We haven't spoken that much about Chad Coleman tonight. He's running back in the 12th spot right now. And Nick and Chad, we're used to kind of seeing them a little further up to the front. So You think they just kind of settled in mid-pack and decided to click off the laps and get this thing to the end and then make a charge late, or do they have 10th place cars tonight?
I don't know. It's real hard to tell with, especially Chad Coleman. He's one of those drivers that we don't talk about until it seems like the final quarter of the race. As boy, did they get close right in front of him. But yeah, Chad Coleman, he could just be sitting back here riding, saving his stuff, or like you said, he could just have a 10th place car tonight. It's real hard to tell with Coleman sometimes, but I guarantee you, if he does have a car that has anything for a top 5, we'll start to see him come alive over the next 7 or so laps as we close in on the halfway point, and most definitely past the halfway point, we'll see him start heading towards the front if he has a car that can contend with these drivers inside the top 10. He gets to the outside of Cody Welch there, trying to move up one position. That'll bump him up to the 11th spot on the racetrack. So we'll keep an eye on Coleman over this run. We'll go back up front to second position, who has switched around, and give it to Brian Macklin. So Macklin back up to second. Comstock falls back to third. Meridak still sits fourth, and Byron Daly fifth, and even throw Donnie Lee in there in sixth. That's the top 6 running pretty much tail to nose. Only about a second and a couple tenths separate first through sixth there with Donnie Leah. Brian Macklin, though, gets around David Comstock, has his sights set on Falkingham. He thought he may have got the lead, stole from him there when that caution came out, and he's trying to get it back and trying to run back down that 39. But Falkingham looks to be opening up that gap a little bit more. It was 0.33 at the flag stand last time by. This time by, it's going to go to 0.47. So Falkingham definitely opening up the lead here at Michigan, and this is one of those tracks that really fits Falkingham well. He is a great intermediate track. Well, I wouldn't definitely call this an intermediate track. The tracks between a mile and a half and super speedway status. He's real good. Here in Auto Club come to mind for Falkingham. He won at Texas earlier in the season. That's a mile and a half. Race is very similar though to Michigan. Tends to be tight on exit, and Falkingham, one of those drivers that really knows how to control and maintain a snug car.
Yeah, he's rolling that car through the middle of the corner, and by the middle of the corner, I don't mean in between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I mean literally, he just drives it down to about midway up. He's not on the bottom, he's not on the top, and just keeps the car free. Holds a really pretty wheel. I would venture to say that he's not hurting the tires at all, and he continues to pull out about half a tenth to a full tenth a lap right now on Macklin and Comstock, who are running in second and third. And I say that Falkingham actually tags the wall a little bit coming off that corner. We've got Macklin and Comstock going low, and Macklin takes the lead. Comstock's going to come up in second. Did Falkingham just tear his ride up? Did he hurt that Camaro?
It never fails.
I need to. Do you really want me on the mic? Do you really want me on the mic? Seriously?
I can be to blame for that one too. I was giving him a lot of props there, and it always happens. We give him good props, and then something like that happens. Falkingham up and into the wall, gives the lead back to Brian Macklin. Falkingham back to third, and as a driver, Sean, that's one of those moments where you just almost break your knuckles against the steering wheel, punching it down the straightaway.
He is not happy with himself right now because he really had run 38 perfect laps. And that was just a momentary brain fart. I mean, I was just kind of like, oops, there's a wall out there. Who put that wall there?
That's one of those moments where you're almost so good and so comfortable with your car that you start to just let it drift up off the turn. And that looks like what happened there. It didn't look like he got in the gas too early. Didn't look like he attacked the center of the corner too hard. It just looked like he was too comfortable, let it drift up, and found himself into the wall.
Unwound the wheel just a little bit early.
Yep.
And while we're talking about Falkingham and that incident, we have Macklin and Comstock going at it for the lead right now. Just about to be at the halfway point. Macklin just drove that number 30 car all the way down below the line, and Comstock followed him down there. Not going to let him break that draft right now. Really wants to hang on to that bumper. We have Camry out front, Camaro running second, and I don't think the Chevrolet contingent with that number 42 running right behind the leader right there is really happy about that right now. So Comstock trying to find his way by, but can't quite make it.
And, well, here comes Comstock to the inside. Macklin just did not get off a turn 4, and Comstock is going to take the lead.
What's the deal with the cars working all the way down to the grass? That's a new one here on me. And it may just be, complete and total disclosure here. I've never commentated on a race at Michigan. Is that normal for Michigan, or is this something new?
Yeah, just trying to cut as much of the track off as they can, going all the way to the grass and all the way to the apron.
They're doing it.
So, absolutely,
they're doing it.
So that's what happens there. Is Falkingham gets a piece of the wall off turn 4 again, and allows Comstock to try and open up his lead, but it didn't look like he got a good run off turn 4. Here comes Macklin and Falkingham back on the charge. This is turning into one of those signature Sim500 races about halfway where we have a very intense battle for the lead up front, with it seems like everybody making a mistake here and there. One driver that hasn't made a mistake yet is that number 42 of David Comstock, or if he has, we haven't seen it, and it hasn't really showed up well on the racetrack. He's been smooth all the way through the first half of this race. While that happens, and while that intense battle is going on now for second between Falkingham and Macklin, we had Donnie Leah, who come from 6th and has found his way up to 4th. He got around Steph Marinac and brought Byron Daly with him. So Leah up to 4th, Daly up to 5th, Marinac back to 6th, and don't look now, but here comes one of those drivers who we always seem to talk about on these long runs. It's Ryan Howard in that 33, slowly closing in to the equation.
We have 4 cars behind that lead pack of 3 right now that they're getting it done. They're doing what they need to do. They have figured out they need to be line astern, basically, their nose to tail, and they are running down the top 3 cars. And it could be here in the next 5 to 7 laps, I think, that we see a 7-car battle up front instead of just a 3-car battle.
Certainly.
What do we have here? We've got Donnie Leah running 4th, Byron Daly running 5th, Steph Marinac running 6th, and Ryan Howard in that 33 machine running 7th, and they are running down the lead cars right now.
That they are. We'll keep an eye on this pack as it starts to form late in the run. We also have to keep in mind when pit stops are going to be coming up. Not sure on the exact fuel range here at Michigan, but we went back racing on around, I'd say, lap 20 or so, lap 20 to be exact. So we're now going 23 laps on this fuel tank, 23 laps on the tires as well. So these guys certainly starting to feel the effects of the tires, and won't be long. They may be heading down pit side for some fill-ups as well. As here comes Ryan Howard. He has caught the tail bumper, or the tail end rather, of Steph Marinac, and he is looking to get that 6th position, looking to maybe crack the top 5 here before pit stops happen.
Yeah, and I think he can do it. I think he can make it happen. I'm not sure what the fuel window is here at Michigan with these cars, but we have to be bumping up on it. When was the last time? When was that last caution? Wasn't it lap 14, 15, somewhere in that area? Maybe 13?
Yeah, we went back green on lap 20. So.
Oh, okay. So they're 25 laps in.
25 laps in, yep. So we'll keep an eye on who makes the first dive down on the pit road. Close call back in the field with E.J. O'Rourke and Anthony Calantoni. They tagged a wall, or almost got into the wall. Calantoni did get a piece of the wall. E.J. O'Rourke down to avoid him. So that could have very narrowly brought out a caution there, but it was avoided. Great job by both those drivers keeping the cars straight and keeping this thing under green flag conditions. Brian Chambliss is down pit road. He may be the first one trying a short pit here tonight at Michigan. Here comes Mark Creighton in the 80s. So a couple of the mid-pack cars starting to head down the pit road, trying to pick up a couple positions. we may be seeing pit stops happen here in the next 5 or so laps.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it at all. It makes sense. What's the window's typically about 30 laps with these things, and like you said, if they short pit now, well, I guess they could run about 35. So if they short pit now, it's gonna be close. I mean, if they short pit now, are they gonna have to stop one more time before the end, or do you think they could run it all the way to the end with a stop here?
Well, we're coming up on 33 laps right now. I'll go out on a limb and say that, if they come down pit road right now, I think they may be good till the end. It's just how well can you maintain those tires for the extra 3 laps. So if we can make it on one more stop from here, I've got to be thinking most of these drivers are thinking about splitting it dead even. Went back green on lap 20. They'll come to pit road on lap 50. That'll be 30 laps down and then 30 left.
Yeah, we could definitely make it on 30. I have no doubt about that. That's. I would try to stretch it to 50 laps in, maybe 52, and then that's just me. But
yep.
I'm not out there right now. I'm behind the mic and working a bunch of cameras, so I don't have that kind of pressure on me. I'm just trying to make sure that this thing stays streaming until the end. That's all I got to do.
Absolutely. Up front and for the lead, Macklin to the inside of the 42. Here's the challenge for the lead. In 4th place, Donnie Leah peels off, and he'll head down to pit road. That'll be the first of the top 5 heading down the pit side. And Brian Macklin put him back in the lead, at least for that lap. He leads again here at Michigan. Comstock fighting back on the outside. Falkingham is in the mix there as well. What a great battle this is shaping up to be, but are they going to be able to duke it out before heading down to pit road?
Yeah, the top 3 cars couldn't have been much closer there for about half of that lap, and they're still duking it out. There's Comstock has the lead right now, but he's going high. Falkingham is looking underneath him. He's looking above him. Macklin's now back to 3rd again. It's mayhem. It's crazy at the front, and we love to see it. This is what Sim500 is all about. We got good racing at the front of the pack, good racing in the middle of the pack, and now Falkingham's down low, looking to the inside of Comstock. Is he going to be able to make it stick? The only time we see that low line really working is when they make that giant low run all the way down below the line, all the way down to the grass, and really cut a lot of that lap off. That's when the inside works. Other than that, doesn't work all that well. But
sorry to cut you off.
No, go.
Be a perfect example of new tires versus old tires. Donnie Leah come out just in front of those guys, new tires, and they're on old tires, and Leah's already gapped them by about 1.5 seconds. Here comes Brian Macklin, pit side, and he'll bring Steph Marinac with him. A couple other drivers coming down. Ryan Howard pitted last time by, so Comstock and now Falkingham still out in front of this field. Falkingham with the damage on the right side. Doesn't look like it slowed that 39 machine down. It may have knocked him out of his rhythm there for a couple laps, Sean, but for the most part, it looks like he's holding his own now here late in this run. Now 31 laps on these set of tires, so we'll be looking to see Falkingham and maybe Comstock come over the next couple of laps.
I'm not going to say the first thing about him driving right now, because as soon as I say it, he's going to tap the wall, and I'm going to feel guilty again. Is he? No, he looked down low there. I was wondering if he was thinking about lowering that thing down a little bit, but no, he's just keeping it out there and turning laps. He's 4 seconds right now is what I'm showing him ahead of Chad Coleman. Chad Coleman hasn't come down pit lane yet. I don't think Chad Coleman has actually come down pit lane at all. I could be wrong, but
he came down on the caution.
Did he come down on the caution? Because he's not showing in my data. He's not showing as being in the pits at all tonight. Which
he
is
did. He did come
mind-blowing.
down and take 4 during the caution period. So Coleman now up to 2nd as we wait for the pit cycle to kind of cycle around. Your leader Falkingham is down pit road. That surrenders the lead to Chad Coleman. And he'll lead this lap, his first tonight here at Michigan, as Falkingham down pit road and Coleman out in front of the field. And boy, it is really going to get shaken up over the next couple laps here as we wait for everybody to cycle around and everybody to kind of get situated on where they want to end up running.
Yeah, it's going to take 5 or 6 laps probably to figure out where everybody really is on the track again. Coleman he's going to have to pull it down pit lane here in a few, and he's going to cycle back to where he was. I would imagine we're going to see Comstock, Falkingham, and Macklin back up front again. They've been there all night, and if they don't cycle back up to where they've been running all night, that would be really odd. That would mean they probably got a pit lane speeding penalty or something along those lines, but haven't seen anyone really challenge the speed limit coming into pit lane yet tonight. So they should be fine. I believe they should be fine. Now that I've said that, all bets are off.
Yeah, exactly right. So we'll keep an eye on all those drivers. Coleman's still out in the lead. Has yet to come down pit road. Now his strategy is the one to kind of stay out and hope for a caution here and grab the lead that way. But we'll have to wait and see how well that strategy plays out for Coleman. We'll see how the field cycles around in just a couple of minutes. We're going to take a quick break here on the Sim Racing Network. When we come back, it'll be closing in on crunch time here at Michigan International Speedway. You won't miss anything. We'll be on Corner to Corner right here on the Sim Racing Network. We'll be back with the Kickass series.
All right, Watson, let's analyze the chemicals in this cigarette smoke. Cadmium?
Check.
Formaldehyde?
Check.
Arsenic?
Sir, isn't arsenic what they used in rat poison?
Yeah. Isn't arsenic what they use in rat poison?
Oh, what was I thinking, sir? It's not like we're gonna smoke them.
Neither will the rats.
Tobacco is no joke. Cigarette smoke has over 7,000 chemicals. Learn more at thefactsnow.com.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
And we are back at Michigan International Speedway with the Kickass Beef Jerky Series. Sunday nights get really exciting when we get to come in here and broadcast Sim500. Chad Coleman still running out front of this field. Things are starting to sort of filter back around, though. David Comstock is being shown in second right now. Actually, I take that back. Things are changing up again. So we're still seeing a bunch of things sort of filtering around under these green flag pit stops. Chad Coleman running first. Now I'm showing Byron Daly in second. Daniel Falkingham showing third. Comstock fourth. And Justin Fuller is showing up in fifth place right now.
Yeah, still a handful of drivers.
And now he just dropped back to 10th on my board. So
yeah, Chad Coleman is headed to pit road this time by. They'll surrender the lead to Glenn Campbell, who has yet to come down pit road. Anthony Calantoni has not pitted. Mike Kelly just coming off of pit road, and John Wilco has yet to come down the pit road. So about 4 cars left to pit. The battle for the lead, once everything cycles around, is between Donnie Leah and Ryan Howard, and now they are side by side off turn number 4. It's for position number 4 on the racetrack. It'll be for the lead when everything cycles around.
And I've got the camera on Leah and Howard right now. I finally found him. That 18 car, that Crisco car running the outside line with the Miller Lite car running underneath him, running those red, white, and blue colors, looking all good out there at Michigan right now. Donnie Leah and, Ryan Howard, those guys going at it. Looks like the 33 car of Ryan Howard is going to take that spot for the time being while we still sort things out under these green flag pit stops.
Absolutely. So Howard takes third on track as Glenn Campbell now on pit road. So now it'll be second for Ryan Howard. Leader is Anthony Calantoni, who has yet to come down pit road. And boy, that car, a handful down the bank straightaway for that number 84 machine. Looks like he'll be headed to pit road maybe this time by, and he does. So Calantoni peels off the racing surface, heads down to the service of his crew. That will surrender the lead to Ryan Howard, who, remember, Sean, did short pit, but it wasn't by maybe 2-3 laps. So the guys chasing him down, which are Daniel Falkingham, Brian Macklin, Byron Daly, Comstock, and Marinac, they've got slightly fresher tires. But if Ryan Howard is going to run anything like he did on the previous run heading to pit road, he's going to be real good on the long run nonetheless. So Howard may have made the race-winning decision when he decided to peel off and come down a couple laps early.
Yeah, there's a little. What do they have? Probably, I don't know. How far back are you showing Falkingham and Macklin, Comstock, those guys, Daly?
Falkingham is about 15 car lengths.
About 15 car lengths.
Now,
yeah,
so.
it's we're getting some weird data here from ATVO. So, what you're seeing on the timing and scoring screen right now might not be right. I'm going to try to hide those and there they go. They're updating. All I have to do is mention something, and it will change immediately. Like everything in this computer's power to make me look like I don't know what I'm doing, which I don't. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm trying really hard. So yeah, we've got that number 33 car, Ryan Howard, out front. Leah is 0.2 behind him. Falkingham 0.6 back. Macklin 1.1 back. Daly 1.3 back. That's your top five. So they're all really close. And Leah, I believe that was Leah. Was that Leah kissing the wall?
Leah took a kiss to the wall, much different than the kiss on the bricks at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You don't want to kiss the wall.
No, that's not the kiss you want. That was a brutal kiss.
So now he'll have to fend off the third spot from hard-charging Brian Macklin there on the inside, and that'll be the battle for the final podium position as they race down the back straightaway. Up front, still Ryan Howard as we are in crunch time here at Michigan. Under 20 to go, 16 to go this time at the flag stand. Howard gets into Jeff Ryan, which is a lap machine. Didn't get into him. I should say he's getting into lap traffic. Almost contact there off turn 4. Close call nonetheless. But here comes Daniel Falkingham closing in on Ryan Howard. Falkingham looking for win number 3 on the season, and he hopes it comes tonight here at Michigan. Closing in on Ryan Howard.
In the last two corners alone, Falkingham took 5 car lengths out of Howard. It was that was an impressive run through those last 2 corners.
Falkingham definitely there. Fresher tires for the 39, and Howard not really going to be able to put up a huge fight. He'll lead that lap. It may be the final one of the night for the 33 machine, although he could still be saving a lot here in this run and hoping that Falkingham runs his stuff off as Falkingham finally gets around the 33 machine and takes his lead back even after the contact with the wall over in turn number 4. A handful of laps to go. Falkingham regains the lead on 66 of 80 here at Michigan, and we'll see how Howard is able to hold up against that number 39 machine.
Yeah, we've seen a bunch of cars here tonight actually brush that outside wall pretty good with the right rear, and not a lot of them are looking like they've sustained a whole lot of damage. So this is a really robust car. I mean, it can take a little bit of bumping, and Falkingham's proved that. He got into the wall pretty darn good, and it doesn't really look like it hurt that car in any way at all. And like you said earlier, this is not a small track by any stretch of the imagination. You need some good aero here, and obviously no aero hurt, no suspension hurt. Falkingham running well yet again.
Absolutely. Just a little bit of wrinkle on the right front fender. That's about the only, war scars that the 39 machine has. And I tell you what, Ryan Howard, I don't know if he actually just let Falkingham go by him to ride behind him in his draft or what the deal is here. But Howard, I figured he would have fallen back a little bit further since Falkingham really caught him quickly and passed him with ease. But Howard is hanging in there, and I think he may just be saving his stuff and setting up for maybe a final 10-lap run to the end here. We're 2 laps away from the 10 to go signal this time by. So we'll keep an eye up front here as Howard still right there with Falkingham. Falkingham is your leader. Brian Macklin holds on to the 3rd spot. 4th is Byron Daly. David Comstock rounds out the top 5.
I jumped on board. We're riding inside Ryan Howard's car right now, and just watching what he's trying to do there. He's running a little bit lower line through the corners than Falkingham is, trying to shorten that lap up a little bit, but I don't think it's really helping him, because what I'm seeing is Falkingham actually pulling out 100th of a second here, 100th of a second there, and I don't know whether Howard has the car. Don't know whether he's trying to save some tires for a last-minute run, but like you said, if he's going to do it, he's running out of time. He needs to go ahead and get it done.
Absolutely. 11 laps to go this time by. One more quick commercial break before we take you to the checkered flag right here on the Sim Racing Network. You won't miss anything. It'll be on corner to corner as we watch the challenge for the lead up front. We'll take you to the checkered flag right after this. You're watching the Kickass Beef Jerky Sunday Series live on the Sim Racing Network.
All right, Watson, let's analyze the chemicals in this cigarette smoke. Cadmium?
Check.
Formaldehyde?
Check.
Arsenic?
Sir, isn't arsenic what they used in rat poison?
Yeah, isn't arsenic what they use in rat poison?
Oh, what was I thinking, sir? It's not like we're gonna smoke them.
Neither will the rats.
Tobacco is no joke. Cigarette smoke has over 7,000 chemicals. Learn more at thefactsnow.com.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
And we are back at Michigan International Speedway Sunday nights with Sim500. We've got Daniel Falkingham. We've been talking about him all night. Daniel Falkingham running out front. Ryan Howard running in second. Brian Macklin third. Byron Daly fourth. And David Comstock back in fifth. The cars right behind Falkingham, trying to close that gap up, trying to do something with him. Falkingham has been a handful for everyone all night. 7 laps to go in this 80-lap race at Michigan. Starting to sum it up, Ben. Starting to sum it up, man. This has been an exciting one. It's been a lot of fun to watch. And those green flag pit stops, we saw a lot of stuff get shaken up, but it seems like Falkingham has come back to the front to stay.
Yeah, we have, and it has been an exciting one so far. Daniel Falkingham, if he gets this one, it has not been an easy one tonight. He has tagged the wall. He has had to work for it here at Michigan. As you see Ryan Howard fall back now to 4th as Brian Macklin and Byron Daly get by. Macklin may have enough to run down Falkingham here in the final 6 laps, but if he gets there, it's one thing. Getting around him going to be another. So we'll keep an eye on that. He's got a half a second to cut off in Falkingham's lead, but certainly doable. We've seen it happen tonight. We've seen Falkingham make a mistake. If he makes another one, Macklin's going to be there to pounce with Byron Daly there in tow. So here we go, front straightaway, this time by 5 laps to go at Michigan, and it's about a half a second lead for Falkingham. He didn't really open it up too much there. It stayed about the same at the flag stand. So Falkingham doing everything he can to hold on and win here at Michigan, making it his 3rd victory of the season. But Macklin and Byron Daly, they want to change it. And boy, there's some fierce racing going on around 9th and 10th and 11th that, could be out of caution here in the final couple laps. And with the latest build, we could see the first chick right here on the Sim Racing Network. So there's a lot of things still up in the air about what's going to happen in the final 4 laps of this one.
Yeah, Nick Thames running the 9th right now in that 17 car. He's leading that pack, and everybody is trying to find a way to get by and up to Nick right now. I don't think they're in no danger of running down the lead pack, but they're still going for it, man. They're trying to pick up as many spots as they can. Just saw a car brush the wall. Not sure who that was at the back of that. Was it E.J. O'Rourke at the back of that pack all the way up into the wall? Doesn't look like it really affected him all that much. Like I said earlier, these cars seem to be a little more capable of taking a lick than they were before the last build. So maybe we've had a little bit of upgrade to the damage on these things. Some upgraded body panels, I think, is what I'm trying to say, Ben.
Absolutely. So we'll keep an eye on all that happening behind. Up front, it's a battle for second between Macklin and Daly. And if you're Daniel Falkingham, you've got a smile from ear to ear looking up in the mirror and seeing these guys go at it for the runner-up spot. This is pretty much going to seal the deal for the driver in the number 39 machine. He'll get the 2 to go signal this time by. And in about 2.5 miles or so, he's going to get the white flag, which will pretty much secure him a victory here at Michigan International Speedway. Boy, Daly gets up and into the wall off turn 4. You saw the sparks fly, and that battle for second continuing to rage on. 2 to go.
Sparks are flying, but it didn't slow Daly down at all. he's just on it, trying to make that outside line work, trying to figure out a way around Macklin to take that second place away. This is fun to watch, and the camera is focused directly on them.
That's a great battle indeed, as Macklin has it for now. Final 2 corners for Daniel Falkingham to get to that white flag, which would eliminate an attempt at a green-white checkered, and that's what he wants to get to. Final lap this time by for Daniel Falkingham. He'll get the white flag. It hasn't been a dominant run for Falkingham, but it has certainly been a run of very exciting happenings for the driver of that 39. He's had to work for this one. Now the battle is going to be for third between Ryan Howard and Byron Daly. They are door to door, almost beating and banging off turn 2 as Howard trying to make his way up and into a podium position here on the final lap. Through 3 and 4, though, out in front of this field, Daniel Falkingham, he tagged the wall. He had to battle back to the lead. He gets back out in front and sets sail, and off of turn number 4, it's Daniel Falkingham to pick up the victory. He's going to take the checkered flag in the Irish Hills of Michigan.
We were on board with Falkingham as he crossed the line there. Just wanted to bring you on board to see him start his celebration all the way up there in Michigan right now. And I'm going to go back to an outside cam view, go back and take a look at some of the other battles that may still be going on out there. I think pretty much everybody has already come across the line. Yep.
Yeah, we had a couple of close battles coming across there, especially around that 9th and 10th position. Kept it clean, though. Everybody pointed in the right direction. What a great show here at Michigan. Falkingham picking up the victory, and many others involved in some exciting racing there, with Daly coming across the line there, holding on to that third spot over the 33 of Ryan Howard. Just a great show here at Michigan International Speedway. We're going to chat with Falkingham and the rest of the podium finishers, as Falkingham going to burn it down in the grass here at Michigan. We'll watch this celebration on Corner to Corner and get set to bring you podium interviews right after this.
All right, Watson, let's analyze the chemicals in this cigarette smoke. Cadmium?
Check.
Formaldehyde?
Check.
Arsenic?
Sir, isn't arsenic what they used in rat poison?
Yeah, isn't arsenic what they use in rat poison?
Oh, what was I thinking, sir? It's not like we're gonna smoke them.
Neither will the rats.
Tobacco is no joke. Cigarette smoke has over 7,000 chemicals. Learn more at thefactsnow.com.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
And we are back at Michigan International Speedway. All eyes on Daniel Falkingham right now, bringing that 39 car home, that Camaro, taking the checkered flag. We're going to do something a little bit different here tonight, and Ben doesn't even know we're going to do it yet. I'm going to tell him right now. I'm working the cameras and the graphics and all that good stuff. Ben, all 3 interviews are yours, my friend. Take it away, sir.
Already looking forward to it. I'm already down here standing with Byron Daly, who comes home third tonight, and Byron, not a win tonight in Michigan, but a great run for the 06. And over the past couple of weeks, I think you'll take a top 3 over a DNF any day of the week. Talk about the race and talk about how hard you had to work to get through the field from 9th up to a final, or up to a podium position.
Yeah, once again, the setup was extremely tight there. It was really hard to pass anybody. Man, I felt like I actually had a chance at the win there, and ended up racing like crazy for freaking second when nobody wanted to race Falkingham the first time he went through the field, when he had, semi-fresher tires. I was the only one that actually raced him. Everyone else just let him go. So now when it's time to catch him, got right front hot. Nobody, it was frustrating. The setup's really tight, and it just made it really difficult tonight to do anything. So, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, I'll take third, but it kind of sucks being that close.
Sucks being that close, no matter what the instance is. But a great run nonetheless tonight here in Michigan. Byron, who do you want to thank for putting you on the podium?
Just, again, thanks to you guys for broadcasting this. I'm sure it'll be fun to watch. Sim500 for putting it on. Kickass Beef Jerky for sponsoring the series, of course. And, we'll see what happens next week. Iowa. We'll see what happens next week in Iowa.
It's going to be fun on the short track up in Iowa. Byron, thanks for your time. We'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you.
There you have it, Byron
User
Daly
was
coming
moved
home
out of your channel.
third tonight, and now we'll move on down pit road to the driver who
User
comes
was moved
home
to
in
your channel.
second tonight. Started second, finished second. You know, the twos seem to be a repeating thing here for Brian Macklin. So close at the victory tonight. Led a couple of laps. What did you need in those final 10 or so to get up there to Falkingham?
I needed more time, and I also needed to not make a mistake there coming off turn 4. I let Byron get to me, and that caused us to start racing. I felt like I had one of the best cars, if not the best car in the long run. I just didn't have the time to show it.
A great race, nonetheless, though, here in Michigan, and a great finish. Runner-up here for the 30 machine. Talk about how hard it was to maintain track position when you're battling so hard for the lead up front like you guys did multiple times throughout the race. How hard it is to maintain the tires versus pushing to do everything you can to try and maintain position on the racetrack as well.
Yeah, on the first run, I really drove the car hard. I needed to get the bonus points for leading the lap. I had such a bad start to the season. I dug myself a pretty deep hole in the points, and I'm still outside of the playoff picture right now. The good finish definitely helped, but I need every point I can get, so I was going for the bonus points. I wanted to try to lead the most laps, but man, I drove it too hard on that first run. I learned from that. I managed the tires a little bit better, and I really felt like the rest of the night we had the best car in the long run. Just didn't have the strategy or the time to prove it.
Well, maybe a couple 5 or so more laps would have helped you out here tonight, but nonetheless, still a second place finish. Nothing to be too upset about here at Michigan. Brian, who do you want to thank for putting you here a runner-up spot?
I got to start off by thanking everybody at Aftermath Motorsports, all my teammates, EJ, Justin, David, Trey, all those guys. Trey for painting the beautiful paint schemes that I get to run every single week, and everybody that puts that show on, and everybody here at Sim500, you guys in the broadcast booth, you guys do a great job. I go back and watch the replays every week, and it's incredible what you guys do. So thank you guys very much for doing this week in and week out, and I think that's everybody.
Well, there you have it, Brian Macklin, runner-up tonight here in Michigan. We look forward to seeing you next week at Iowa.
Yeah, man, Iowa's my favorite track. I'm definitely eyeing a win there.
So Macklin going to be looking for a win at Iowa.
User
Now
was
the
moved
driver
out of your
who
channel.
brings home the victory tonight here at Michigan.
was
It's
moved
his
to your
third win
channel.
of the season. Daniel Falkingham, congrats on, well, a wild one here in Michigan. That always seems to be a word we describe the races here in Sim500, but boy, you really had to work for this one tonight. You tagged a wall in turn 4 at one point, and boy, just a lot of battling up at the front of this field. And wow, was there any point in that race where you thought, man, I may not be able to get back up to the lead and win this thing?
Yeah, definitely caught me out when I just scraped the wall in turn 4. Luckily, I got away with no damage, so that was the best part out of all that. Did cost me the lead though, but didn't matter in the end. But yeah, just with these Xfinity cars, they seem to be tight everywhere we go. So I really don't know what the issue with that is, but hey, we got to deal with it. But unless we figure something out, I think we'll still be running these setups. So it's just adapting to these tight setups and just going on with it. Michigan really hasn't been one of my best tracks, especially with the repave with this car in particular. But yeah, definitely surprised we managed to bring home this one, especially after I tagged the wall coming out of 4 and through the pit sequence, and like I did last Monday in the Cup Series at Pocono. I just used fresh tires to play to my advantage, and somehow got me a win.
Well, it's got you a win, indeed, and in pretty exciting fashion here. You had a lot of great battles on the racetrack. We congratulate you on your victory here tonight. Good points night for the 39 machine as you're looking to extend that points lead and really secure yourself heading further into the season.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a pretty bad last few weeks before last week. Just wrecks and just incidents on my doing, like just driving through pit road, missing my pit box, and yeah, it's been a rough few races, but I'm glad we're finally getting back into the swing of things. Definitely back to where I should be performing, and hopefully we can keep this momentum going to wherever we go next. I don't know where we go next, but hopefully we can take this momentum there, see what we can do.
It'll be the short track at Iowa next Sunday,
Ooh.
So look forward to seeing that. We thank you for having a time to chat with us here tonight after your victory at Michigan. Who do you want to thank for putting you here in victory lane tonight?
So yep, got to thank First Rate Bay Lops 207 for all their support. And also got to thank Cameron Colby for doing the paint scheme. Just go check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. If you need a custom paint, go to Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. And also thank you to Joey and the guys, everyone here at Sim500 who run the show. Always fun to come out and race with these guys each and every week. Also, thank you guys for doing the broadcast. Always fun to go back and watch these races. And shout out to everyone who watched the race tonight. Some friends, family. Thanks to you guys for watching.
Well, there you have it. Daniel Falkingham victorious here in the Irish Hills of Michigan. And Sean, what a great race overall. I think we had 2 slowdowns, 2 caution periods, and an 80-lap feature here at Michigan. Couldn't ask for a better show, and boy, the racing was just phenomenal from the lead all the way back to we had 36 cars start all the way through about 36th.
Yeah, it really was.
It was action packed.
It really was. I mean, there's something is going on with the fenders and the quarters on these things, because we've seen hits like that before that have really slowed folks down, and we saw a lot of cars tonight getting into that outside wall and not slowing down a lick. It just made for really good racing. It made it feel right. You can beat and bang with these things, and tonight we saw that, and we didn't really see a ton of massive consequences out there tonight as far as like big slowdowns and hurt cars. So kudos to iRacing. Whatever you changed, it worked. Keep doing it. You're doing it good. And Daniel Falkingham, can't say enough about him. We talked about him a lot tonight, but he's one of those guys that brushed that outside wall and still brought it home up front. And he even said this isn't his favorite track, and he still brought it home up front.
Absolutely. A great race indeed here in Michigan. And just a note here, and I think this is a pretty cool stat. 31 drivers finished on the lead lap. 33 finished one or more, or one lap down, and then you had 35 actually start the race. So we had only 2 drivers not finished that actually started. So that's a pretty cool stat to have, especially here at Michigan, where things tend to happen in a hurry. Had a fairly clean race tonight and a great race indeed. Battles up front, battles throughout the field, some pack racing at times. A great show, and we thank you for tuning in right here on the Sim Racing Network. Sean, want to give a big shout out to you, hopping in, filling the shoes of our normal producers and getting the picture to everybody tonight, and for also commentating, doing a good job at multitasking.
We'll get it sorted. We'll figure out the multitasking part of it. I think I'm back in the switch booth tomorrow night, the control center tomorrow night, and I'm not going to touch a thing. I'm literally going to, as soon as this broadcast is over, we're shutting it down. I'm not touching anything. The sound is right. Hopefully we'll start tomorrow night with the sound right.
There you go. So for Sean Yoder and all of us here at the Sim Racing Network and Sim500, I want to give a big shout out to Kickass Beef Jerky for coming on and sponsoring the Sunday series. And for everyone watching tonight, I am Ben Kilcrease saying, remember, when you're out there on the roads, to put that phone down. We'll see you tomorrow night in the Trans Service Cup Series live right here from Michigan. Good night, everybody.